Podcasts are a plague. It feels like every day two white dudes are creating a new podcast. And some are obviously better than others, right? That's just how things go. But most of them are terrible. They should never have been created. The problem is that a lot of people think they're way funnier than they actually are, me included. But recently there's dropped a new genre in these TikTok podcasts. And these are, I don't really know how to describe them. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what they are. It's kind of like they're like dry humor and sarcasm. That's kind of like what where their comedy comes from. And they're my new favorite thing in this podcast craze. It all started about a month ago with a TikTok account called Yo Podcast. Two people who run it are already like bigger TikTokers, I'm pretty sure. I've never heard of the other guy. I heard of Colin before. I've never heard of this other guy. I'm gonna see how many followers he has. Okay, they are both way smaller than I thought. The Colin Guy only has 165,000 followers, and the guy only has like 80K followers. This is more niche than I thought it was. But basically, they created this podcast with the premise that we're just gonna do stuff. And the weird thing about these TikTok podcasts is that they are on TikTok primarily. This is the only one out of all four we're going to be talking about that has a YouTube channel. Usually people take clips from their full-length podcast and post them on TikTok, but all of these ones are just for TikTok. So I have compiled some of their best videos, their funniest videos, and let's take a look. This is their most popular TikTok, so it has to be good, right? It has to be funny.
You guys drink coffee in the morning?
No, that doesn't work for me. I usually post my meat on my story and try to delete it real quick before anyone sees it.
Bro, that must be a crazy adrenaline rush.
Nothing compared to coffee.
I bet.
See, you see what I mean by dry humor and sarcasm, right? And that's their whole page. But usually they're funnier. This one is so gross.
So do you guys say potato or potato?
What are you eating?
Okay, before he shows you what he's eating, just prepare. You might gag. You might say, what the hell? You will say, what the hell? Because this is not okay. The fact that he's eating this and he's just stomaching it, it's in his mouth right now. It's so wild to me.
Peanut butter onion sandwich?
Bro, I should smack the shit out of you for eating that.
You don't do shit.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting. But here comes I don't need to explain where the joke comes. The next part is pretty good. Physical comedy in 2025, it's never dying. It's a never dying thing. People like people getting hurt. It's human nature. For some reason, I just said that out loud and like, why do people like people getting hurt? Like, you see some guy falling, you think, oh, that's funny. As long as they don't like die or seriously injure themselves, then it's usually funny, right? And if you think people dying are funny, I think you need some therapy. Call your local therapist. There's like a set branch that goes across the state I'm in, so I don't know if that goes everywhere, and I don't want to say it. But you saw that guy, right? He ate a good amount of that onion sandwich, and you can see there's onions all over it, right where he bites next. This part where he bites next, he's biting that, and then they don't show him like actually bite it, but it's in his mouth now. It's gone from the sandwich he's chewing. He bit that onion. His face is not like contorting, like you can't tell. It's gross. I don't know what to say. This is impressive.
You guys think it's gay to love your own son?
My grandma just fucking died!
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Holy trauma dump.
Okay, this was not funny until the end because fart sound effects are funny. Okay, not really. This was just one of the fan favorites, and I was scrolling for a while to find one, and I just picked it. I don't have much to say about it. There's a random, which doesn't really make any sense because do they get on here just to record one TikTok? Because they have 2 YouTube episodes, like I said, but they aren't with this guy. And finally, we have this one.
So would y'all trust Cookie King to be around your girl?
Yeah, I know Cookie. Yeah, he's cool.
Fuck no. Cookie's definitely gonna take my bitch. Can't let that shit happen.
Yeah, another one that it was short. And you won't even get this if you don't know who Cookie King is. There's a whole backstory. You could talk about the Cookie King lore for literal hours. But basically it's this guy who, you know what like looks maxing is, right? Yeah, you probably do. This guy who like was at the top of that and then he fell off and then he said like, oh, working out hurts. So now everyone clowns him because how he looks. And this guy over here is in that like looks maxing community because look at him. He's like a male model. This is not the greatest camera angle, I'm not gonna lie. Why? I'm just realizing right now that he's in a cupboard or a pantry. That does not matter, but basically because he looks nice, and then the joke is, okay, I'm explaining the joke to you. This is what am I doing? You get the joke. So yeah, that is the oldest of these forms of podcasts, the Yo podcast, and they're pretty good. They're pretty funny. I like the guy I like the main character, not the Colin guy, but the other guy. I think his dry humor is immaculate. Out of all 4 of these podcasts I'm talking about, I think he ranks 2nd for comedy. Next, we have the New Gen podcast, and as you can see by their videos, they literally just dropped. 3 days ago was their first video, and somehow I found them. I'm a pioneer. I found them before anyone else. No one can stake claim to this. They don't have a lot of videos to choose from, so I wasn't able to choose 5 videos like all the other podcasts. I chose 3 because most of their videos are not very good. Okay, I'm sorry guys. You do better, all right? This one I'm about to show you is the one that I actually saw. It might be their biggest video.
I'm looking for somebody who's 4.
Wow. I wonder why they're looking for somebody so young.
Dude, it's so obvious they're on search for the youngest person ever.
Yeah, that's maybe probably not the youngest person ever.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Okay, and the problem with this channel, I feel like they're trying to take this dry humor thing, but some of them are trying too hard. With dry humor, you gotta not try, or you gotta try to not try, right? But they're not trying to not try hard enough, because you can still hear the emotion in this guy's voice. Right here, Duke Dennis, yeah, he sold the whole lineup. Cut him from the squad, guys. Find a new member.
It's so obvious they're on search for the youngest person ever.
Yeah, see, that was too much emotion in your voice. And if you don't get what that is, it's from a viral clip where Howie Mandel, I'm just gonna show it to you. But basically Howie Mandel is like, the kid's like, I'm 4, and Howie Mandel's, you're the youngest person to ever get on this show. But then people cut it at, you're the youngest person ever, and now it's funny.
What's your name?
My name is Yuvan Marasani.
How old are you?
I'm 4 years old.
You are the youngest person ever.
Yeah, I'm too old. I'm an unk at this point. I don't get it. And then another problem with this podcast is that they are the same characters in each episode. I'm pretty sure this guy said, he says like the same thing every podcast. He says, yeah, that's a maybe, or yeah, I'm not. He loves the word yeah. It honestly could be better. I think the reason why this got so many views is because right here at this moment, they are engagement baiting. Engagement bait is top tier content. You can see this guy in the back, but he's like, oh, I don't even notice. You know, okay, I don't need to explain engagement baiting to you. You are not a infant.
So are you guys switching up on your day ones when we go mainstream?
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. Like, I love my friends.
Josh, shut your fucking mouth.
Dude, I am 100% switching up on my day ones. I'm fanning all of them.
What's a day 1?
Okay, this one I thought was a little bit funnier because I loved this clip at the end where he says, what's a day 1? I don't know why. I don't find it as funny now as I did before. Maybe it's because it's my 2nd time seeing it. But like the shock value, like all these guys are talking and then this character no one even knows of just comes in and it's like, what's that, guys? Guys, include me, please. But this time, this kid at JTR, he's still this guy's saying, so they probably have some beef they need to like squash, right? Next one.
Doors, no problem. No doors, no problem.
Yo, that's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, dude, that is the funniest prank I've seen in so long, dude. Those kids are hilarious.
Bro, no, bro, that was actually funny as hell. That's crazy. Yo, baby Marlon, what do you think, bro?
No, it's not even that funny for real.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
Dude, that is so immature of them.
Yeah, I didn't think it was funny anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know why I chose this one. Watching it back, I think I chose it for this video at the beginning. And it's so funny. You can obviously see how awkward they are because they don't want to go too far into it. So they just kind of stand at the entrance until someone tells them to get out. Like full commit, dog. Full commit. You're not gonna half murder someone, right? You gotta fully murder them. Or else, was it worth it? No, it wasn't worth it. Next is this podcast called Real Talk. And I have a problem with them because they do this, they do the same like dry humor, critical thinking, sarcasm, you know, they do that same thing. Like they just do it. They don't make any jokes out of it. They just do it. So there were some funny videos, but not a whole lot of them. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So let's go to their biggest video up. Oh, this is the video I talked about earlier.
How old are you?
Oh, great question. I'm 4 years old.
Wow. You are the youngest person ever.
Wow, the youngest person ever. Yeah, 4 years old. I wouldn't have ever thought that this could be the youngest person ever, but it's insane to see. It's kind of surprising to me that he is the youngest person ever. Personally, I was never younger than 4 years old, so definitely wasn't me, but I would have thought maybe there would be somebody, whatever age would be less than 4 years old. I guess I can't think of it, but I wonder how long he's going to hold this title for. Perhaps someone will come in and try and be younger. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, I think this feat will definitely drive the competition.
I think another problem with this podcast is that they're taking too long. These videos are all like 50 seconds each. These do not need to be 50 seconds. I know there's a lot of characters in these ones, but they do not need to be 50 seconds. Make them like 30 seconds. You're yapping for too long. You're saying too many words. And frankly, I don't like it. Frankly, it's annoying.
To try to be more young than him, push the limits of how young you can get. And if I was his parents, I would lock him up in a cage and I would sell him to the circus because this kid is an attraction of a lifetime.
You know, I think I know what the issue is. If you watch this guy's eyes, they are constantly moving back to this direction. Let's see if they are in the other clips. Yes, he is constantly looking in this direction. And let's see if anyone else is doing it. He is constantly looking in this direction. I think they have a script. And it is hard to be funny with a script if you are not used to reading a script. It's much easier to just be funny from rambling cause like, I don't really know how to explain it. Cause if you write a joke beforehand, in your mind, you're saying it a certain way, right? But then when you actually say it, it will come out completely different if you don't know how to read it properly. I think personally, I've gotten way better at reading scripts. Like if you go back to some of my oldest videos where I read a script, oh my God, they're cooked. I'm literally like, so today guys, we are talking about how to beat Bloons TD6 with every tower in the game. In this video, I will be using every tower in the game to beat Bloons TD6. And that's pretty much how it went most of the time. And I feel like that's what these guys are doing. Maybe they'll get better overall. Maybe they will grow. Cause right, comedians use a script. They have material they write down. They don't just go off the books, right? So maybe they will grow, like their potential will be higher than all these other podcasts. But for right now, it's not very good.
Oh, we know this one. You're not getting us this. Oh!
I can't believe that Merrick just got bulldozed like that. Who do we think's behind that wheel?
Maybe his parents have had enough with the cough dance prank. There's only so many times you can feel for your kid if he's choking.
Yeah, that's the dangers with pranking these days. You never know when somebody's had enough, and it looks like his family's had enough of his pranks. Was it his brother? I know I've seen the brother and the mother in his videos with him. It's gotta be one of those two. I mean, those are prime suspects. Maybe to the brother, this was just a harmless prank as well. He thought he was messing around, didn't realize he was driving a 20-ton vehicle that could cause more harm than he really intended to in the first place. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a follow-up story on this. Is Merrick alive or has he coughed his last cough? Gotta get the FBI on this immediately.
Okay, I think this one, I'm being way too critical for these podcasts, but who cares? I don't think they had a script for this one, and I think that's why it was funnier at the beginning.
I can't believe that Merrick just got bulldozed.
I think that is funny, right? But then everything that like follows is unfunny. It's too dry. Like, I love dry humor because the thing I think is the funniest is awkwardness. And the thing the Yo podcast does so well is that they like let it linger, I think.
He's throwing a rock. Here it goes.
Sick. What was that? I don't know, but I don't know if I want to know what that is. I got a glimpse, and I can say, boys, I never want to have to see something that graphic again. I nearly vomited. The fact that they disguised it behind such an exciting video, just the jump scares, that's pretty evil. I've seen the Conjuring series, boys. Even that doesn't compare to what I just witnessed and saw. It's a good thing that jobs don't exist, because if they did, it would be a scary world. I don't have one job.
I feel like this was such a layup. Job, like the whole job thing is so like, it's so popular right now, right? And then they fumbled.
What do you think you're gonna be working at when you're 25?
I'm gonna be working at Walmart.
Alright.
I'm glad to see the youth are still shooting for the stars. I think he has a good chance of making it. I wonder what made him choose Walmart. Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, Target. What drew him to Walmart? Somebody had to inspire him on this journey. I wonder if he's following in the footsteps of Gail Lewis. I mean, he made a legendary run back in the day. If that is the case, he's got some big shoes to fill, but I believe in him. He seems to have really high enthusiasm for this career.
Personally, I don't think I'd ever want to be employed, so old choice from the kid here.
I think the problem is the same problem I have. Some people are just naturally funny, and well, I am not, and these guys are not either. And yeah, you can grow, you can become funnier, but it takes a long time. It takes a lot of effort, and I don't know where I was going with that.
Here goes the pitch. Oh, what a swing! Over the fences.
Didn't even want to chase it. Buddy.
Oh, what a walk off.
Wow, call this kid Babe Ruth. I mean, 450 dead center. What a shot. I'm not sure what the other kids were doing coming in there thinking they could play a little bit in on him, but they're going to have to take a step back, I think, in the next at bat.
Truly one of the most talented youth I've seen on the kickball field. You can tell by the way he walked off that there was nothing but pride in that shot. The kick was definitely impressive, but I'd like to point out just the sheer level of speed from the time that the camera was off him for a few seconds. He ran all 4 bases and got back and started walking off. That's just record level time. You couldn't even see him.
I think this was another case of I chose this video because of this kid is hilarious. The fact that he just kicked the kickball and started walking off like this, like he's a character in a cartoon. His straight face, I think that's amazing. He's going places. Okay, now that we are off of Real Talk, somehow Real Talk is the second biggest one out of the 4. I don't know how they are. Maybe I'm a hater. Let's go to the last one. Ola Podcast is high podcast taken. I don't know. This is their most popular video.
Who's your guys' favorite artist?
Probably Drake, because he's better than Kendrick.
I think mine's probably Toby Chip.
That's elite ball knowledge.
Kid knows ball.
Yeah, I'd say mine is definitely not Diddy. But my favorite is probably Mozart, because he's a crafty vet, been in the game for a while.
Yeah, that was not a good start. I think the funniest thing they did in that whole video was say Mozart is a crafty vet and the guy at the end just going absolutely ham.
What's y'all's favorite season?
I'd have to say summer. The weather's just so nice.
No cap.
Yeah, my favorite's just like probably the spring because like I just get to see the Easter Bunny. It's kind of cute.
Fall. I'd probably have to say winter because I like President's Day.
Chapter 3, Season 1.
All right, this video was good. There was 3 good jokes in this video. First one, obviously, I don't really know if it's a joke, but I thought it was kind of funny. When this guy did the little Easter Bunny pose. Then this guy, when he said, I don't know who this is. I've never seen him in any of their other videos. When he said fall, and then the guy fell. Physical comedy, guys. It's funny. And then finally, chapter 3.
Season 1.
Season 1. Fortnite, guys. That's an L season. Why don't you choose like season 4 or something? I don't know if it was an L season. I did not play it.
Do you guys think the Earth is circular or flat?
Circular. It's scientifically proven.
No. When you jump off the battle bus in Fortnite, is it flat or is it round?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Flat. Okay, so Preston, yeah. Epic Games will lie it's flat.
What are the options?
Flat or circular.
I'm not really comfortable picking either of those, so I'm going to refrain from answering this question.
Okay, I feel like this podcast, they have found their main character. Everyone in the comments love this guy. They call him Buzzcut. And I feel like they build their video premise off of what he's going to say. Maybe he's just naturally funny. I feel like this is a topic that could be funny, but then they talk about Fortnite and whatever.
What's y'all's favorite pizza topping?
It's gotta be pepperoni.
Why are you so basic about every single thing we say?
I really like canned tuna. Like, I don't mind a fishy pizza.
I agree. I think that's very unique, and I really appreciate your ball knowledge on the pizza toppings.
Valid.
Thank you.
I like a couple of different toppings, but the one that I always put on my pizza is cheese. So I think that's probably the best topping in my opinion.
That is a great joke. What is your favorite pizza topping? They all say their topping, and then, well, the one I always put on my pizza is cheese. Because it is, guys. It is. You get it? They always put cheese on your pizza. So it has to be your favorite, right? Because if you didn't have the cheese on the pizza, what would it be? It wouldn't even be pizza? No, it wouldn't.
What's y'all's favorite school subject?
I'd have to say math.
That's all right. I mean, I would say science because I like exploring science.
Sick.
I like woodwork class because I like to eat the different types of wood chips. They all taste really good.
Nice.
My favorite is probably either English or Spanish. I don't know though.
Ramsey, what about you?
Probably gym, because I'm like a demon at hoops. You know, I shoot 54 from tray ball, which is OD shooting hang pools.
If you did not watch this video, go back 30 seconds and start from the beginning. Do that right now before the fact that these guys are all talking and he is getting pleasure, right? They keep talking, He's getting even crazier. And they ask, oh, what's his opinion? And then he cuts into a whole different room. I don't know why. That was just comedic genius. I don't think it gets much better than that. Those are the 4 podcasts, and to rank them, 4 I would have real talk. You could just tell by when I was talking about them that they weren't very great. 3rd, we have the new gen podcast. They are rookies, right? They are new gen, as they say. They can grow. They have room to grow, but they aren't there yet. Here's where it gets hard. I think I would have had Hola, oh my god, I'm gonna sound so white. At 1, but then because of Yo Podcast's YouTube video, I think I have to put them at 1. I think that YouTube video is hilarious. It's just so awkward. It's hard not to laugh. I feel like I don't really laugh at normal, oh, that's a joke. It's funny, right? I feel like I have to laugh at awkward situations. And I did not watch both of the episodes, but I watched the first one and it does it very well. So yeah, it's my final ranking. But all these podcasts, right, they've inspired me. They've made me want to do this too. So here's my attempt at a low effort podcast.
Fender Stratocaster, heavy strings, loud amp. What else would you ask for?
wow, this kid is really talented. I mean, look at him. I can't play the guitar. This kid is fucking stupid. What else could I want? I don't know, maybe $1 billion, a big house, a girl that loves me. I don't want no damn loud amp. Well, at least he's playing good, right? Yeah, it's all right. Thank you guys all for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, watch my other videos, please. Thank you and goodbye.